7 Steps to Overcome Procrastination. Are you procrastinating on eliminating your procrastination issue? If so, be aware that many people do the exact same thing. They know they have an issue but don't want to take the time and effort to fully address it. Instead, they try to wish the procrastination away. We all tell ourselves little lies that come back to haunt us. Have you ever said, "I need to do this task tomorrow, so I will get up early, have a coffee and knock it out of the park"? You wake up and tell yourself the coffee at home is good but the shop down the corner sells better tasting coffee, and that is just what you need to get your day started. Off you go and get that coffee and then decide that it would be energizing to sit out in the sun, drink that wonderful coffee and plan how to attack your task. Before you know it, the clock hits 3 p.m., you haven't started and you tell yourself it is too close to dinner to get a foothold on that task. So tomorrow looks better. As your days go like that, procrastinating can have devastating effects on your relationships and your health. You tend to stress about the lack of money, and by not getting things done, your significant other starts to complain. It is far better to address your issues, and here are 7 steps you can take today. 1. Having the right mindset is key to success. You need to figure out why you put off doing what needs to be done. When you do that, you can move to an action plan, with written statements about how you are more than capable of accomplishing that daunting task. 2. Journaling is very helpful for a number of reasons. It helps you to identify issues, which may not have been totally clear to you. Writing down the item you are procrastinating on will help you to understand it fully. Make sure to write it out in a full sentence or even a paragraph. 3. Now that you have the problem written out, write down how you feel about it. Is it scary, frustrating, or you are upset because you feel things should just be much easier? You need to deal with the emotions associated with the procrastination problem. For example, let's look at someone who wants and needs a raise but keeps putting off the talk with their boss. They are fearful of the reaction and the possibility that they will be rejected. The best way to deal with this is to imagine their boss sitting in a chair behind a desk. Think of the desk as a blocker and that the boss is actually afraid and needs something to keep their distance. Address the imaginary boss in a firm voice, listing out the reasons why a raise is required. As the person is feeling powerful, they would imagine the boss shrinking in size until they can barely see over the desk. The raise is granted and the person walks away pumping their hands in triumph. Using techniques like these, lower the amount of fear that a person has, because they see themselves as being totally in control. 1. As for an action plan, chunk down what needs to be done and how long it will take. The next step is to be proactive and figure out what might get in your way and how you deal with distractions and obstacles. As you complete a step in your plan, cross it out and write, "Great job," above it. 2. You know there will be obstacles in your path. Be prepared to give yourself a pep talk when you say, "I can't do this," or "This is going to take forever." Short affirmations like, "I can handle anything," or "Every journey starts with a step towards the finish line," will help you overcome the excuses that crop up. 3. Develop grit. That means putting your head down and plowing through the task, knocking obstacles out of the way. Think of yourself as the star running back on a football team and you have 50 yards to go, in order to win the Super Bowl. Dig deep and be tenacious. 4. The final part is feeling amazed and blessed in your accomplishments. Find ways to congratulate yourself for each procrastination issue that you solve. Having a reward system works well. If you need to have a long, serious discussion with a relative that you have been putting off forever, have that talk and then take yourself out for a nice meal. You deserve everything in the world.